Season continues here on EA Sports. We're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by...
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early. And loosen things up.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just Have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
7-yard line.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 27, Murray. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Mecole Hardman, 73 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it? Murray now on 1st down.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Murray. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Tackle made at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. This is Breida. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1 toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Cole Hardman. Incomplete.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They're going for it. It's Murray. And that is going to be incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarter, Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing that, and the ball comes free.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Cole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Melvin Gordon. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But that's complete to Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the Giants' 43-yard line.
They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 37.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
This is Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It's a loss of
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He finds Humphreys. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. DeForest Buckner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scoring parameters, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
14, 49ers 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there, but here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
A gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
First down. First and 10 at the...
Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Murray looks to throw again, second and 10. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down is Murray. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Breida. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Lining up 4-point action.
So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they're a PAT from going up 21-3.
And there's no doubt in my mind, you're liking what you're seeing so far, aren't you?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well-oiled machine, if you will.
What's really tough, though, that defense, they're leaping the shadows at this point. They don't know which way to go. They're being hit in every direction, and they have no answers thus far.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. It's caught. Humphreys. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And Sanders has got it, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Ben to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
38-yard line.
From the 38, Murray. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
And 7.
Throwing now is Murray. And it's complete. Hooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards and a Giant first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC divisional round game. But first, let's take a look back at action from earlier. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On first down, here's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
21-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Giants, first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run with Breida. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get it. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants have got it on cruise control.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
At the 26-yard line.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Humphries. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Humphries. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
51 on the mic, boys. 51. Record.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mike 54. Hey, shift.
Now it's Breda. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
54 Mike. Watch the curl.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And his throw is incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
49-yard.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Darrell Taylor in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
47-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Murray. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'm on him now. They tend to leave him in.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
To throw, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Taken about 7 yards deep, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that will be incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Under 10. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Man, let's get that ball, D, let's get that ball. Mike 5-4.
Murray now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
To 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Delayed game, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Murray now, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
With the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Murray. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught. Humphreys. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Giants season will continue at least another week as we say so long, everybody.
10.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.